everyone. I hope we are keeping safe. Welcome to another lesson in physics titled Reflection of Light Wave. But today we'll be seeing the part 2 of it. But before we go further, in part 1 I dropped a brain teaser for us, and the brain teaser is how can magnification be obtained using a pinhole camera. It is simple, just bring the object closer to the pinhole and the image will be magnified. So today let us see what we are having. Today we'll be treating waves, reflection of light by curved or spherical mirrors, image formation by curved mirrors, mirror formula and practical application of curved mirrors. Okay, there are two types of curved mirrors. We have convex mirrors and concave. These curved mirrors are made by slivering a glass surface which is part of a sphere. Now, convex or diverging mirrors have their inside surface silvered and their outside surface as the reflecting surface, while the reverse is same for concave mirrors. Let's see how they are. From the diagram A is a concave mirror. Looking at it, the back is silvered while the inside is the reflecting surface. While for concave mirror, the inside is silvered, while for convex mirror, the inside is silvered while the outside is the reflecting surface. Okay, curved spherical mirrors. From that diagram, we have our principal focus, focal length, and the center of curvature. Now, what are the principal focus of a curved mirror? Is that point on the principal axis to which the incident ray parallel and close to the principal axis converge. That is for either converge or diverge. So both mirrors on their principal focus, the light rays either converge or diverge. Now, the principal focus on the concave mirror is said to be a real focus. That is to say, it is caught on the screen, while that for convex mirror is virtual focus because it is caught behind the screen. Okay, let's see a diagram to that. Now, this is concave mirror. These are principal focus, and we discover all the rays of light, they converge at the principal focus. That is for concave mirror. For convex mirror, the rays are found to diverge from the principal focus. Okay, image formation by curved mirrors. From the diagram, we'll see different positions of objects and the type of image produced at the end of the day. Now, when our object is farther away from the principal focus at point X, the image produced will be between F and C. It will be real, it will be inverted, and it will be diminished, just as the diagram shows it. Now, when we bring the object and place it at C, we'll discover we'll have the same size of image. The image still will be real, it will be inverted, and it will be the same size as the object. Now, when we take it in between F and C, the image produced will be inverted. It will be beyond C, just as we are seeing. It will be beyond C, it will be real, it will be inverted, it will be magnified. Now, when we place that image at F, when we place the object at F, the object will be found at infinity. And finally, when we place the image between the principal focus and closer to the reflecting surface, the image formed will be found behind the mirror. That is to say, it will be virtual, it will be erect, and it will be magnified. Okay, let's see image formation by curved mirrors, convex mirrors. Now, irrespective of the position of the object, the image produced will always be virtual, it will always be behind the mirror, it will be erect, and it will be diminished. Okay, let's see mirror formula. From what we're having on our screen, mirror formula is 1 over U plus 1 over F, 1 over V equal to 1 over F. U here stands for the object height or distance, object distance, V image distance, while F represents the principal, the focal length. Now, magnification is derived by height of the image all over the height of the object. Now for focal length, it is half the radius of curvature, where f is the focal length and r is the radius of curvature. Now let us see ways on which we can solve problems using mirror formula. We have what we call real is positive. For real is positive, real object and real image are considered positive distance from the mirror, while virtual are negative. While the focal length for concave mirror is always positive, focal length for convex mirror is negative. Now for using Newton-Raphson method, distance measured to the right of the mirror are positive, while that to the left are negative. While the focal length of concave mirror, they are negative, focal length for convex, they are positive. So let's see some examples to that. The concave mirror of radius of curvature 30 cm produces an inverted image 4 times the size of an object placed on and perpendicular to the axis. Calculate the position of the object and image. Okay, let's see the solution to that. First of all, we've been given radius of curvature to be 30, so let's look for the focal length. Our focal length is half the radius of curvature, and that gives us 15. Magnification of the object, we said it is 4 times. That is to say, the distance from the object wasn't given, but we know the magnification is 4 times the object. So our V becomes V all over U. Using mirror formula, inputting the values gotten so far, it becomes 1 over U. 4U is the same thing as V, and 1 over F is the reciprocal of our focal length. Now when we do our mathematics so far, we get our object distance to be 18.75 and our image distance to be 75 cm. And if you multiply, divide this by 4, you get this. You multiply by 4, you get 75. That is to tell you the values given by the magnification is very, very correct. Okay, let's see a practical application of concave mirror. Number 1, they are used as shaving mirror. Those mirrors you use to shave, they are spherical mirrors, especially it is the concave mirror. Now all those parabolic mirrors used as searchlights and car headlamps, they are also concave mirrors. Convex mirrors are used for driving mirrors. They have a wide range of view, such they are good in driving mirrors. So these are some practical applications of curved mirrors. So let me drop a brain teaser for us. Now an object 0.04 meter high is placed in front of at right angles to the axis of a concave mirror which has radius of curvature 0.15 meters. If a real image 0.12 meters high is obtained, determine the distance of the object from the mirror. Also using that same question, how far and in what direction must the object be moved in order to obtain a virtual image 0.12 meter high? Please attempt this brain teaser. When we meet again, we'll solve them together. Have a nice day and God bless you.